What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope I'm on +1 still watching this. Before I get started on a quick video on Charlotte Flair. Just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. So at 433, 434, I don't know. I don't care, man. I've been stuck here for like a hot minute. 129 to 130 on Rumble. So thank you to the people who are still here that like and comment, support the channel, and turn on your notifications because YouTube is not doing their fucking job. Alright, they're not. But enough of that, let's get into it. Now, I've seen here recently, I was seeing a few people been talking about this shit, so I figured I'll throw in my 2 cents. Alright, I've seen Dutch Mantel talk about, well, I don't understand why Charlotte Flair is the most hated athlete online. Now, why? Why? And I've seen a lot of people asking this question. They don't understand why Charlotte Flair, it's the hate that she does. Alright, and I can tell you from a Charlotte Flair hater like myself, it's because of how over pushed she has been for like the past, I don't know, decade. She's been called up to the main roster. Now, I was a fan of hers back at NXT. I thought Charlotte back then was the shit, honestly. And I missed that version of Charlotte. But 14 world titles and 14 cosmetic surgeries later, here we are. Which, again, there was nothing wrong with Charlotte. She did not need those cosmetic surgeries. Right? She's not an ugly woman. You know what I mean? But insecurities got to her. Somebody, got in her ear. I don't know who the fuck it was. And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? I'm not an advocate for cosmetic surgery, but to each their own, you know what I mean? But it seemed like to me, Charlotte went about those surgeries because of some underlying insecurities within her. I could be absolutely wrong about this, but that's just my observation, right? And going back to the hatred of Charlotte is the entitlement, because of her last name, Flair. Oh, I'm a Flair. Bow down to me. I deserve to be a champion again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? That's the fucking issue I have with Charlotte. It's how overpushed, overforced she has been on the main roster with little to no resistance along the way. Because people, I guess, clearly have short-term memory. Either it's younger fans that only been watching for like the past 2 years, you know what I mean? Or it's people just have, shit memory, but it's like, she was the one that ended Asuka's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 34. And to this day, Asuka has yet to get a win at a WrestleMania. One of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time can't get a fucking win at a WrestleMania. And it started at the hands of Charlotte. Alright? It was bullshit then, and it's bullshit now. Right? And I guess did people forget the awkward ass segment with Becky Lynch when they were doing that title exchanges, which was completely unnecessary. But it's like Charlotte started it first. Being petty as fuck, dropping the belt. That's why Sonya Deville was like, pick it up. Come on now. Stop being a child, pick it up, do business. And then fucking Becky, rightfully so, got pissed off. Because their tensions were high between the two, and eventually it led to them not being friends anymore. Alright? And that's some of the bullshit she's been on in the main roster for years. It's not forced hatred, it's shit that she has done. Some of the egregious things, her actions on the main roster is why people fucking hate her. Alright? And what's one of the biggest criticisms of Charlotte? It's not the lack of charisma, it's not the promos, it's not her botches like the moonsault that she can never hit properly. It's her character. It's the same old Queen Charlotte, bow down to me, bitch. Alright, she returns, wins the title, loses it, leaves, returns, wins the title, drops it, leaves. And that's been the story of Charlotte Flair her entire time on the main roster. But yet, for some people, they just can't comprehend why people hate her. Like, she did it this year. Like, she was out like pretty much all of last year because she was injured, came back, enters the Royal Rumble, Charlotte wins, and then goes on to challenge Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania 41. Now, I will admit, she did do business and putting over Tiffany, even though it was the worst match at that WrestleMania. But on hindsight, maybe Charlotte should have won. And I can't believe I just said that, but I don't fuck with Tiffany Stratton anymore. Miss Watch Your Mouth Boy. And I said this during their exchange, that promo on SmackDown, which was that segment was one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite Charlotte promo ever. That shit was entertaining for all the wrong reasons.
What do you say? I can't hear you, Tiffany! It's so squeaky! I can't hear you! Like, oh my god! What do you say, Tiffany?
Right, but the whole 0 and 3 and divorces, that line from Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair should have whooped her ass right then and there. Should have fucked her ass up. And I said that during the video. I'm like, when it comes to fisticuffs, I'm putting my money on Charlotte Flair. Like, she will fuck up Tiffany Stratton 6 ways from Sunday. If push came to shove, you know what I mean? But apparently Fightful did some study about who or which wrestlers get the most abuse or hatred online. And apparently Charlotte Flair is number 1 at 36.4% negative rating. Alright. Second was Nia Jax at 35.3%, which I don't get the Nia Jax hatred. I really don't. Like, I never hated Nia Jax from jump. Like, I had no issues with her. So I really don't understand the hatred for her, to be honest. Mercedes Moné should have been number 1, if we're being honest. Apparently she's at 29.6%. I'm like, how the fuck is she not number 1? Launches a website this year, www.givemeyourmoneycucks.com, charging people $100 to text her, not putting anybody over except for Timeless Tony Storm. Like, how the fuck is she not number 1? Like, Charlotte honestly didn't do shit that much this year. Even last year, well, mostly because she was gone. But if this was 2022, that makes sense, you know what I mean? But 2025, I disagree. Charlotte should not be number 1, right? It should be Mercedes Moné. Then behind her was Saraya at 29.3%, which I know a lot of people don't like Saraya. I do, because I think her ass is fine in more ways than one. Let me stop. And last in the top 5 is Tegan Knox. Now that I don't understand. We haven't seen Tegan Knox. She got released like 2 years ago or some shit like that. Well, what did Tegan Knox do to get that much hatred? All right, she has enough problems with all the injuries that she sustained in her career. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck did she do to warrant that much hatred? Maybe she's saying some shit online, because I know that's primarily why people hate Saraya, because she bitches constantly on fucking X or whatever, or Instagram. I understand, but for me, I'm not on social media, so I don't give a fuck what she's complaining about, you know what I mean, or what she's saying. It ain't got shit to do with me. That's how I look at it. But yeah, Tegan Knox does not deserve that much hatred. I mean, she didn't do anything, man. And apparently Cora Jade's up there too, which I'm like, Cora, you kind of brought some of that on yourself. I'm not gonna lie. Your actions, CM Punk, it's kind of weird how you were dating Braun Breaker and then CM Punk returns and then he leaves you. You know what I mean? Like not too long afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, they open up an OnlyFans as well. So that gives even more ammunition for people who can't stand you to shit on you even more. You know what I mean? But getting back to Charlotte, I ended up reading this article and I seen some people that were talking about it. And it's called, How Am I Going to Beat Charlotte Flair today. I guess you can call it a little expose on Charlotte Flair's life, how she feels, and I'm reading this shit, right? I'm like, I don't think she's ever been dishonest or open about herself, ever, right? Because I find it funny, because recently she's been getting cheered, right? Started at Evolution, really, or maybe before that, but it was noticeable at Evolution, down there in Atlanta, ATL. That we want Charlotte, woo! Right? And that was right before, this article drops. You know what I mean? Charlotte Flair telling it how it is, or how she sees it. You know what I mean? So my thing is, right? Why not translate that to the main roster on TV? No, we want to see that level of vulnerability for the Charlotte character. This is the opportunity for her to try to move away from the Charlotte Flair character to something completely new. It was one of the biggest criticisms when it comes to Charlotte Flair. It's the same old bow down to me, bitch, I'm the queen, Charlotte Flair. People are tired of it. I've been tired of it. That's why I fucking hated Charlotte Flair for years now. But here's an opportunity for her to finally drop that fucking bullshit and do something new. And I know right now she's in a tag team with Alexa Bliss. If I was booking it, you could go about it in two ways, right? You could have Alexa Bliss, say they're challenging for the tag titles, they lose. Alexa Bliss turns heel, turns on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair coming out the following SmackDown and just cuts this vulnerable promo like she's never done before. You know what I mean? To where she doesn't want to be known as Charlotte Flair anymore. From now on, I want to be known as just Charlotte. Alright? I want to carve out my own legacy. I don't want people to believe that the only reason I got this far is because of my last name, because that's bullshit. I'm the one that put in the work day in and day out, busting my ass for this company for years. Like she could really just cut a super babyface promo, man. And then let the crowd cheer her, and then that's how you launch a full-on Charlotte babyface run. Too fucking easy. Or the other way is you have fucking Charlotte and Alexa beat fucking Raquel and AJ Perez, right, at Summerfest this year, right? So I'm pretty sure that's the plan that they got going on, right? They win, and then Alexa slowly but surely turns Charlotte babyface, right? Because these two develop a bond because they're champions and they become best friends. And you do all these type of skits, they're fucking training in the gym together, they're fucking getting their nails done, getting pedicures, manicures, fucking massages. A lot of shit you could fucking do. Watching a scary movie together or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, or have Charlotte go hang out with Alexa's family. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that they could fucking do if they were creative. Which is an arduous task to ask creative, who's not creative, to be creative. You know what I mean? But yeah, if they're serious about turning Charlotte babyface, that's how I'll go about it. Alright, but what Triple H has planned, we shall see. Alright, I don't fucking know, man. But yeah, Charlotte in 2025 doesn't deserve all the hate that she has gotten before in previous years, because again, she's been chilling, you know what I mean? Honestly, she hasn't been doing much to get the fuck you or Charlotte fucking sucks. Even though I've been easy on her, you know what I mean? I haven't really said much about Charlotte Flair. People who get on my fucking nerves is AJ Perez, Lyra Valkyria, because I think they're both fucking mid. Mercedes Moné, even though I've gone easy on her because she did business at All In. But earlier this year, man, let me tell you, she would have went over on fucking Toni Storm at All In. Without a shadow of a doubt, she would have my number one pick for the worst women's wrestler in 2025. So as of right now, I'm unsure of who I want to nominate to be the worst. But man, oh man, it was getting bad. It was getting pretty fucking bad with Mercedes, right? But yeah, Charlotte, ease up on the hatred for Charlotte here in 2025, all right? And again, this is coming from someone that hated Charlotte for years. But recently, I have no reason to, because she hasn't given me any reason to really hate on her. To be honest. Right? Oh, and now Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, she's another one that I can't fucking stand now. Miss Watch Your Mouth Boy. Yeah. So, Charlotte, you're good in my book right now. Alright? But I want to hear from you guys. Alright? How do you guys feel about Charlotte Flair? Woo! You guys want to see her drop the queen gimmick? Now, do something more vulnerable, more like personal, more open? Something completely different. A new gimmick for Charlotte. Or do you want to see the same old bullshit that she's been on for the past, since 2016, 2015, some shit like that? Y'all let me know. I got that Bryan Danielson video coming up next. Alright, it should be out tonight, if not in the morning. But I wish nothing for you guys this time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect your yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. Most importantly, trust in God, and God be with you. Right? I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.